Ooh, so that's a really loaded question. So when we stepped aside, very difficult, because we had taken a church from 100 people to thousands of people. And, you know, I was living my dream as a pastor. All my life I had worked, you know, and then so now we're on television. You have all these, and I would preach on Sunday and get on my plane and fly to the next place, and it was just one right after the other. I did not know that I had ceased to be led by the Spirit. It grieves me to say that. I was comfortable. So when I resigned, I had churches. I had the largest church in California, tried to offer me $1 million a year to become a pastor. I had the largest church in Memphis, Tennessee, write me a check for $250,000. Said, this is just for you agreeing to be pastor. And God wouldn't let us do any of it. You know. So we moved back home. And mind you, at that time, traveling was, I could go, I was getting 100 invitations a month to preach. And we're talking about churches like Rod Parsley, T.D. Jakes. We're not talking small churches. So I could preach once a month and make $600,000 to $700,000 a year. But I moved to Cookeville, and I'm thinking, okay, good. I'm just going to get to travel and preach, and won't have the pressure of pastoring people. I'm thinking God has delivered me, right? And then COVID hit and shut down every preaching invitation I had. My calendar went from being full for 3 years to nobody wanting me to do anything. So one day I was in the mountains, I was praying, I said, I was upset. And I found out God can handle you being upset. So I was upset and I was complaining and sharing my frustration with God. And the Lord, I never took a vacation. I never took a long vacation in 32 years. I'd never taken a sabbatical. I still this day don't know how pastors do it. I just never took a sabbatical. And I always wanted to, but I would just never had the courage to, right? And then the Lord spoke to me. And He said, you've always wanted a sabbatical. And He said, I want you to rest now because you're going to need it. And I said, well, Lord, that's all good and well, but rest isn't going to pay my bills. You told me to sell everything. I don't have anything to live on. I said, so what am I going to do for money? He said, go to the mailbox and be amazed at how I take care of you. And He said, I'm going to teach you the most valuable revelation you've ever received. So every day it became a joke, and it still is to this day. It still is to this day. It's a joke in our house. Wonder how much money is going to be in the mailbox today. I never sent out a letter. I never sent out a partner letter. I've not done any of that ever. I don't sell product. I give everything I have away for free. And every day I would go to the mailbox, and there'd be thousands of dollars in the mailbox where God was speaking to people I had never met to send me money.
That's amazing. Totally
during COVID. During COVID, bought a new car, bought a brand new house, super nice house. Maybe y'all come stay with me sometime. Yeah, come on. I have pastors every week just about at my house. Yeah, we'd love for you to go. And the Lord taught me that I didn't have to be so busy to make an impact. So now, I have to motivate myself to go somewhere. Right? It's not that I'm lazy. I've learned a principle in God. Scripture says in Hebrews chapter 4, there remaineth the rest for the people of God.